Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are going to look at the interrelationship between the research topic, conceptual framework, and the research objectives. So in this video, we are going to see how the three, so that you will produce a very good research. You will find that when your research topic and the conceptual framework are not aligned, you will totally not have a very good research. So by the end of this video, you should be able to produce a very good research topic, conceptual framework, and formulate your objectives. Let's look at how our assignment is going to be today. In this lecture, we are going to identify a topic or title from a research area of our choice. And from the research topic or the title that we have developed, we are going to construct the conceptual framework. And then we shall use the framework to state the objectives. So this is our research topic. We are looking at supervision, reward system, organizational culture, and employee motivation in selected health centers of Arua district in Uganda. So when you look at this, you will find that there are four variables. So these four variables are supervision, reward system, organizational culture, and employee motivation. Now we are going to translate this into conceptual framework. Your conceptual framework should be able to give you all the variables that appear in your topic. You can see from this conceptual framework that we have supervision, which is our first variable. And then we have the constructs or elements that we use for measuring it. We have delegation, we have feedback, and job training. We also have the reward system. We have recognition, we have salary, and promotion. And we have the third variable, which is organizational culture, and the construct that we use for measuring our career growth and flexibility. So, and we find that these three that we see on our left are called the IV or independent variables. And then we have the right hand side, which has our dependent variable. We have our dependent variable in this case is employee motivation, which is the construct are commitment, willingness to take additional tasks, and interest in the job. So you will find that in the conceptual framework, actually, the direction of the arrows are showing us what depends on what. So you will see that the first arrow it's showing us that employee motivation depends on supervision. And we measure supervision by feedback, on job training, and delegation. And we measure employee motivation by commitment, willingness to take a chance, and interest in the job. So this is showing the relationship that we are trying to investigate. And then we look at the second arrow, also is giving us our second objective. It's showing that employee motivation depends on reward system. And the construct are recognition, salary for V, which is influenced by the IV, which is IV, we find the construct of commitment, willingness to take contact and interest. So, and then we have the third arrow, also giving us our next objective. Organizational culture, which is measured by career growth and flexibility. And it's showing us that employee motivation depends on organizational culture. So you will see that all these four elements, which are in our research topic, are well drawn in the conceptual framework. Now, from here, we find it easier to extract our research objectives. So you find from our conceptual framework, you will extract the first objective from the first arrow. Okay, you see, supervision and employee motivation. We can state it as to establish the relationship between supervision and employee motivation in selected health centers of Arua district in Uganda. Remember your context, I mean your scope of study. Don't forget it when you are stating your objectives. Look, let's go back to our conceptual framework to extract our second objective: reward system and employee motivation. So you can see we are stating that to examine the relationship between reward system, employee motivation in selected health centers of our district. When we come to our third day arrow, it gives us also the third objective. So our third objective is organizational culture, employee motivation. You can see we can state it also as to establish the relationship between organizational culture and employee motivation in selected health centers of our district in Uganda. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is how you um, interrelate your topic and frame your conceptual framework and develop your research objective. By doing so, you will have a very related topic, which is coherent with your research objectives, and it will give you a very good pathway to your research. Remember that if you don't do that, you will really not have a very good research. Ladies and gentlemen, remember that before you get even these variables, you would have already read a lot of inputs from other researchers. You pulled this from the gaps that you have identified. So now, after pulling the variables, you go through this process to get your research. So from here to develop your questionnaire for data collection after doing this. Thank you very much. I'm going to leave you with an assignment of the same, where you are going to identify a topic or title from a research area of your choice this time. From the research topic or title, develop a conceptual framework, state at least three objectives from one and two above. Maybe I will add a third one whereby I will ask you to state a research hypothesis. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. We meet in our next lecture, which will be we are going to look at literature review in our next meeting. Thank you very much. Goodbye.